Hello crafty friends, welcome to another heat embossing ideas video. We're going to be using this piece of heat embossing today. To create it, I took a piece of mixed media paper, dusted it with talcum powder to remove moisture, static and oily fingerprints. I then inked up a dictionary stamp using Versamark embossing ink. I then pressed the mixed media paper down onto the stamp and gave it a firm rub on the back to transfer the image. And then I sprinkled over some Wow superfine copper embossing powder, shook off the excess and heated it with my heat tool. So I want to add some colour to this. I'm going to give it a good squirt with water to wet it down. Put a little bit of Catherine Pooler Stone Blue ink on my glass mat. Pick it up with a paintbrush and brush it on. I'm using blue because copper is an orangey colour. Blue and orange are opposite each other on the colour wheel. They're complementary colours. They tend to bring out the best in each other. They make each other shine. I'll just keep adding colour until I'm happy with the saturation. I do like the way the wet ink pools around the embossing. The embossing is kind of waterproof. It resists watery substances. I'll give that a dry with my hairdryer. So that's sort of dry. I want to do a bit of smooshing on the top, so I've put some more of the blue on my mat, diluted it with shimmer spray to give it a bit of a shimmer. It's white pearl shimmer spray, and I'm going to smoosh that on top for a bit of variation. And I'll dry that again and add a little bit more. Just give it a little buff to lift any ink that's sitting on top of the copper embossing. And I want to spatter on some white, so I've got my Dr. P.H. Martin's bleed proof white ink here. I'll mix it with a bit of water to get it a splattering consistency and spatter it on like that. And I'll dry it with my hairdryer. So I'm happy with that. I think that looks good. But while I'm here, I'm going to use the rest of this white to spatter on some bits from my box of backgrounds and bits because I don't want it to go to waste. This is now ready to work on, so I'm going to square it up a bit because the writing is a little bit wonky on there. I'll just eyeball it with my trimmer. And I've got this notebook edge die. I'm just thinking of adding it down the side to give it a notebook edge basically. I've got some very low tack repositionable tape here, and I'll use that to hold the die in place and hopefully it won't destroy the heat embossing. Yep, that looks good. Not a lot coming off there. So I'll just shuffle that down a bit so it cuts down the bottom. I line it up properly with the holes that it's already cut, should be fine. So now we've got a nice notebook edge. I like that. Now I'm thinking I want a torn edge down this side. So I've got a torn edge rectangle die. I'll get that on straight, hopefully. Hold that in place again. And there we have a torn edge. Yeah, I'm liking that. So I've cut myself a panel of linen textured white card using a stitched rectangle die, and I'm going to put it on this 5 by 7 inch card blank of smooth white card. So there's a little bit of extra interest between the smooth and the linen texture there. And now I'll put some high tack white glue on the back of my note piece of paper. And place it over to the left, I think. I'll just check its positioning. It's centered on this line of the rule of thirds grid. Now I'm thinking I want to embellish it with this. Now this is a smushy piece of card, and I used the leftover bleed proof white ink to spatter on it, so I think I'll use it on this. And I'm thinking flowers. I haven't used this die for a while. It's one of my favourites, so I'll cut out loads of flowers using this. So I've got a lovely big pile of flowers there. Very happy with those. I'm going to take a smaller flower and lay it on top of a larger flower, rotating it so the petals are intertwined, I suppose. And I'm going to do that until I've used them all up. I've made all my double flowers now. I may give them a bit of dimension in a minute, but I want to get my sentiment done. I've got a stamp here that says bunches of thanks. I'm going to stamp it on some smooth white card. First off though, I'm going to dust that and I'll stamp it in VersaFine Onyx black ink. It sticks well to these silicone stamps and it stays wet long enough for heat embossing. Oop, not quite got the S there. Yeah, I think that's fine. So I'll sprinkle over some Wow Superfine Clear Gloss and then I'll melt that with my heat tool. That's cooled and set and is now smudge proof. I might use my big scissors for this. So I'm going to cut that out. To bevel those edges and make it look a little bit more die cut, I'm going to go around it with my beveling tool and I'm going to mount this on 1mm deep foam tape just to give it a bit of a lift. I'll add a little bit of wet glue to the foam, even though it's sticky, and it'll just give me that time to wiggle it into place. I've got my grid there, and I'm thinking up here or down here. I'm going to go down there because my tendency is always to go towards the top, and I don't want to be boring. This is looking a little bit wonky down the bottom, but I'm not going to worry about that. So I've got my embossing tool and I'm just pressing down in the middle of my flowers to make them curve up a bit, to give them a bit of dimension. If you're posting your cards, you might not want to do this. So let's put some of these down. I'm going to start with the big ones. I've got 3 medium size. And then I'm going to squeeze all the other little ones around, or as many as I can. So now I've put some flowers down here. You can't tell that that edge is wonky. So I've cut lots of little leaves out of this piece of blended cardstock. I think it's ice spruce and bundle sage. And this is the bundled sage end. And again, I'll just dip these in a little bit of glue and tuck them underneath the flowers. I think every flower has at least 1 leaf. And now I'm going to give the flowers flower centres using Copper Penny Nouveau drops to go with the copper writing in the background. And I think that'll do. I don't think it needs any more. I really like the blue and the orange and the copper. I do enjoy making flowers out of smushy paper. I like the variation you get on the petals. Could have added a little bit of extra colour around the edge with, say, a finger dauber and maybe worn lipstick, but I think it's fine as it is. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. I hope this card and the process has given you an idea or two, and I hope to see you back here very soon for another video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.